The budget enthusiast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the budget enthusiast. Yo, like this is for real. Like, I didn't even do a complete setup of my stuff. I didn't even wheel my chair out here. I ain't making sure. I don't care right now. I had to talk to you guys real quick. Now, this movie that I'm about to talk about is definitely like got crazy spoilers in it. There's nothing but spoilers all in this jank. So if you don't want to hear anything about Venom, Let There Be Carnage, then I suggest you not watch the video until you do see it. So I give you an opportunity right now to go ahead and shut it off. Go ahead and shut it off. Please shut it off. You don't want to hear no spoilers. All right. So those who stayed, I'm about to talk about it. Like, I literally just came back. I went straight from work to the movies. I'm still in my uniform. Man. So first off, I'll say that watching this movie, it made me cringe a whole lot. Like, there was so much cringy dialogue in this movie. It hurt. It hurt. Like, watching one of my favorite villains, Spider-Man villains no less, in the Marvel Universe, be reduced to just straight up like comedy relief. Like, Venom is nothing but comedy relief now. The Odd Couple way that they put, Tom Hardy and Venom into, Eddie Brock all in this. I can't even get my words straight, y'all. This is insane. But anyway, the little Odd Couple things that they do and the banter back and forth, it was cute in the first Venom movie, but this time I don't know. It's just something about this particular one. It won't popping for me, man. I was getting tired of it. Like, Venom is dope. Venom is so dope. Like, Venom has never been scared of anything. Like, he was scared to fight Carnage. He was like, I don't know, he was a punk in this joint. Like, Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures, a Sony company is what they say at the bottom. They have just turned my man Venom into a chump. Venom is so dope. And he doesn't deserve to be comic relief. Like, that is for other characters. He is not a comic relief style character. And it hurts me to see him treated like that. And other characters. So Cletus Cassidy, played by Woody Harrelson, he has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend, soon to be wife in the movie, her name is what, Francesca or something? Francis, might have been Francis. I like I said, I can't even remember, but Francis, I think her name was. She looked like she came off the set of Pirates of the Caribbean. Like they took some of the makeup off of her, left her with the dirty dreads, and they just like put a little scar thing over her eye. Matter of fact, hey, so she was shot in the face, according to the movie. She was shot in the face with a bullet to the face, but her eye is still there. Like, it's just a different color, like almost like whited out, with a little teeny scar here and there. Dude, you got shot in the face, bro, with a bullet, almost point blank. Like, when you see the scene, they're in the back of this police van, like paddy wagon type joint. The dude shot her almost point blank range in the face. Like, she has powers and all, but her powers are like more like Canary from, the Justice League. Like, she can just scream and make stuff happen. This dude shot her in the face, and she just came out with a little scar and a whited out eye. Bro, that whole section should be gone, man. Like, come on. So Cletus Cassidy is the villain in this one, and he ends up getting the symbiote from Venom. He bites he bites Eddie Brock, tastes a little bit of his blood. The little bit of blood that he has is like you could see the little thingies coming up out of it. He eats it, and now he has the symbiote, and now he becomes Carnage. And man, like looking at the comics and looking at what Cletus Cassidy has done, throughout the years that he's been in the comics, and even when he was portrayed in Spider-Man at the 90s TV series, the animated joint, he was like a crazy dude. Like he was like bonkers, like uncontrollably, like he was always hopped up, like he was hopped up on cocaine all the time. Like that's how he is. And this time Woody Harrelson portrays him pretty much as he's like a crazy dude, but he's not like cocaine crazy. He's more like I might be a drunk crazy. More like that in my eyes. I can't. This movie, man. This movie. It just like leaving it just made me like when we left. It was very upsetting. Like I know this is all superficial stuff, and get me. I understand there are worse things in the world to be worried about other than how Venom was. But I mean, this is what I do, man. This is what I do. I've been watching these things and reading this stuff for pretty much all my life, man. So it is important to me. But moving on. So I will say the special effects and stuff when it comes to Carnage, like him destroying stuff and using the tentacles and stuff, that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. They did a good job with that. I just don't like the overall story. I don't like the cringy dialogue. It's man. There's a Francis or Francesca, whatever her name was. She Cassidy's girlfriend. She has the power, like I said, like Canary. She can scream, and her voice is like super powerful. So of course, we all know where it's going with those two. Cassidy now he has the symbiote in him, and she can scream. So we kind of figure that they're gonna be bumping heads because obviously sound and fire hurts the symbiotes. She is definitely sound. So if she yells and he's right there, which they do have a scene that like she yells to stop the cops, but it affected Carnage, and he didn't like that at all. He did not like that. So from that very moment, I knew there was going to be some BS coming down the road. Like they were going to use her as a means to stop Carnage. In a way they did. In a way that, yes, they did. They did exactly that. Like they telegraphed that bad boy to a T. It was no getting around that. We knew what was going to happen. So in the end, she definitely was his demise. But dude, I mean, just think about this for a second. Think about all this for a second. My man Venom is one of the coolest villains in Marvel Comics. Like they have a whole series of Venomized other characters, like other characters with the Venom symbiote and how they look. Like that's how dope Venom is. He can turn anything and make it look cool. He took my man Peter Parker, gave him the black suit. Like the black suit is on point. They took that, the Venom that we know and love, and turned him into comic relief, man. And they made him afraid of another symbiote. A symbiote that came from him, no less. Like, it came from him. You should not be afraid of something that came from you. Come on, man. Come on. Like, what were you thinking, Sony? What were you thinking? What exactly were you thinking during this whole thing? So, like I said, the Carnage CG was great. Venom looked okay. I really wish he had the white spider on his chest, but he hasn't encountered Spider-Man yet, so he won't get any of that stuff. He won't even get any cool powers because him fusing with Spider-Man gave him the ability to do other stuff. Like the symbiote now is used to doing things like swinging and doing spider-like things. Right now, he's just a random big dude punching and just being reckless. So Spider-Man gave him the finesse. So right now he is definitely he has no finesse. But magically though, Carnage was able to do tentacle things and other stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know what Cletus Cassidy has done in his lifetime as, the symbiote got into him and then used whatever Cletus knew to I don't know. But he was able to do all that cool stuff that Venom normally could do. But I guess they got to make it for the movie. They got to make it so that the villain is more powerful than the hero of this story, which happens. But I'm definitely not feeling most of this movie. There are some bright spots, and most of them involve Carnage when he's actually doing stuff, like when he's out there destroying the city. Like the police, like when he was busted out of jail and he was finally turning into Carnage, he was killing all the security guards. That was actually pretty dope to watch. And when he was outside wrecking the cars and all this stuff, it was cool. It was really cool. And the roar, like Carnage's roar, was actually dope. Like we saw it in Adobe Theater, and it actually was loud and it encompassed everything. I can't wait I want to watch this again when I get bring it home, because I will have to add it to my collection. I mean, I can't let it go. It's a comic book movie. I have the first Venom. I just need to. I'm a completionist, so I gotta complete the set. But anyway, like I, man, I'm just not feeling it. So I guess they tried to throw me a bone. So as time went on, I'm sitting there watching this movie and I'm just like, dude, this is like my homeboy Wildebeest, we would look over at each other and be like, come on, man. Like this is some trash. But when at the very end, now this is a major spoiler, but this is at the very end during the credits. They have a scene where Eddie is laying on a bed. They went to a beach resort, and because Venom wanted to feel the wind in his hair and the sand in his toes and all that stuff. So they show Eddie Brock laying in a bed, and they're at a hotel and they're watching TV, and all of a sudden, Venom says that he'll show Eddie the things that he's done in the past. Like we're trying to think like maybe he's gonna imprint those memories, since they're all one person. Maybe he'll just force those memories into Eddie's brain so we can see it. But then the room started changing and all this weird stuff, and then all of a sudden they were in what seems to be like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So they're in the Sony universe, and then they all of a sudden bring us into the Marvel Cinematic Universe because there's a news bulletin on the screen talking about Peter Parker. So apparently they're gonna bring Venom into the MCU. And while that should excite me, that should make me excited because it's Spider-Man and Venom reunited. But it does not even in the slightest, because this is the worst version of Venom being introduced to the best version of Spider-Man on film. I don't like it. I don't want this Venom touching my Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't want it. Tom Holland and his crew are good. Stay over there. Venom, you stay in your Sony universe. I don't want those two to mix. The only time I would want them to mix is if they actually do a transition where they give Venom to someone else in the MCU and actually do them right. I don't know if they're going to do that. I doubt it, but that's what I want. If that's what's going to happen. Transitional champions. You remember in wrestling, they do this all the time. They have a person they have two opposing people. You don't want either one to look weak, so you give the championship to someone else so that you can transition over to another person. That's how it is. So I'm hoping they do that with Venom. I don't want Tom Holland to interact with this Venom. It'll hurt. And if they do it, make it brief. Don't make it a mainstay. Don't make them have a movie together. I don't want that. This Venom does not deserve to be in the MCU. Marvel has done a great job with, all the characters, getting them all together. I don't want this Venom to mess it up. Sony does not have a great track record when it comes to that stuff. So, all in all, y'all, look, this is off the cuff. I ain't even changed my clothes yet. I'm hungry. Like, I just had to come in and record this because it just burned me up, man. So hopefully some of you will get some enjoyment out of Venom. Let There Be Carnage. I did not. The only bright spots, I want to watch it again because I want to hear what it sounds like on my system here at the house. But other than that, dude, I don't even want anything to do with, like, so disappointed. So disappointed. And, my homeboy Wildebeest, now we were out there trying to, like, theorize, and, he's trying to, he could see the disappointment on my face. So he's trying to be like, yo, but what if they do, and then he would explain, and then we would look, and like, nah, they wouldn't do anything cool like that. Sony just ain't popping, man, when it comes to that stuff. Like, their movie division, when it comes to comic books, they have a bad track record. The first 2 Spider-Man movies back in the day were good. They messed up on the third one. They messed up on the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies. And for those of you that don't know me, like, we don't talk all the time, I really think that Andrew Garfield was a terrible Peter Parker. Like, he's my least favorite Peter Parker. Spider-Man, he was alright. He was kind of a douche, like, as Spider-Man, but as a Peter Parker, didn't like him very much. Tom Holland's my number 1. Tobey Maguire's the number 2, and then he's a distant third. So, anyway, I just don't want them touching my Tom Holland. Don't touch Tom Holland with this Venom. Just don't do it. Please don't do it. And if you do go see this movie, like, I hope you enjoy it. I did not, but I hope that you do and you find some good things out of it. I didn't. I didn't at all. Cletus Cassidy, he wasn't crazy enough. The Pirates of the Caribbean lady, she looked like she came from Pirates of the Caribbean, like she just had leftover stuff. Like, she was like, oh, I'm about to go shoot this Venom movie. Let me go look in my closet and see if I got any old costumes from some of my other movies. Oh, here's one. I used to be Calypso in Pirates. Let me go use this wig and black lipstick. So, just a lot of things, man. Just a lot of things. And one last thing. The relationship between Eddie Brock, his ex-girlfriend, and his ex-girlfriend's now fiance. Like, if I was Dan, who is the fiance to Eddie's ex, I would have dipped, bro. Like, he gets treated like trash. I, like, feel bad for the dude, man. I feel really bad for the dude. He gets treated like trash. I wouldn't stick around with this chick. Obviously, she's still in love with Eddie. Dude, go find yourself something. You a doctor, man. You could get other ladies, man. Just go out there and get you something else, man. This bride crazy, and she deserves to be with Eddie. Both of them crazy, and they both have worn Venom. Therefore, get out of there, dog. You almost died in this joint trying to protect her and Eddie. What is wrong with you, bro? Don't be simping for her. Just dip. That's my advice. Take my advice, man. Just go ahead and dip. It ain't worth it. Ladies ain't nothing but trouble half the time anyway. But that's it for me tonight, y'all. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. So look, y'all, do your normal thing. Go see it if you want to. If not, I understand. It's not that great. So y'all be safe out there. Peace.
The Budget Enthusiast. Boy DV. The Budget Enthusiast. The budget enthusiast.